Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
So, we left you last, I think a couple of days before Christmas is kind of where we were, the whole thing. And, Tony, how was your Christmas?
Christmas was good.
Did the girls cry?
You were right. They cried.
So, if you did.
I was really surprised.
Really? You're that surprised?
I was really. Not only was I surprised, and my old lady, almost anything will turn the waterworks on. My daughter, she went crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I was, dude, crazy.
Well, actually sat at the table that she was at on New Year's, and she was telling me, "Oh, my dad got us these things," and I'll let you explain what it was and what was making them cry.
Right. But we bleeped it out. I forgot.
yeah. So she was, she was at the table telling us. I was like, yeah. So when he told me on the show, I was, oh, that's a total tearjerker. But tell everybody.
I should have brought it. I'll bring it next time so you can take a look at it.
Yeah, please. That's kind of dope.
It was a photo album, but it's in today's photo album where the actual pages have pictures on them. It's a photo book, I guess you call them.
Right.
But it was all pictures of 2022. So I took that year, and I took the best pictures from that year, and I put it in a photo book, pretty much.
Was I in? Really?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's probably what made them cry.
You know what picture was in there from you?
No.
Okay, you're not going to guess. It was from your birthday lunch at Casablanca when they had the red sombrero on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
So it was just pictures throughout the year. And the funny thing is, after I figured it out, the template of how to do it,
right?
It was kind of easy.
So it's not like a photo book like a photo album, right? Is it digital? Or is it an actual photo album?
It's an actual hardcover book.
Oh, okay.
And the photos they're not like a photo you put on the page. It's actually.
So it's like a fucking yearbook.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's kind of dope, dude.
Yeah,
you didn't explain it very well when you were telling me. I thought you gave him the digital frame.
I never said nothing about no frame.
I said I thought you meant the digital frame. That's why I was like, oh, that's kind of.
Man, I should have brought it. Yeah. So here's the funny thing. First, I took every picture that I would have liked for us to remember.
Right.
And it goes by the page. You get charged by the page. You get charged for the book.
It's a book of thumbnails.
And then you get, maybe they give you X amount of pages in that book, but you can add as many pages as you want.
Right.
So I had a grip of pages in there. And I bought 3 of them, one for each. They're exactly the same. And the price was, woo!
Really?
So I was like, let's start taking some out.
Wow.
For example, my son graduated college in 2022.
Okay.
So it was like all his college pictures. From the professional ones we took to the actual day, the ceremony, all that kind of good stuff. And, that was like 4 pages.
And so how many did you narrow it down to, though?
2.
First day, professional, unprofessional, graduation. There's one day. That's all you needed was 1 page.
So, what else? What else happened that year? My Christmas party. That's a good 2 pages.
Okay.
Robert's daughter's wedding. That was a good 2 pages. Just stuff like that.
Nice.
And then in between, the first few pages is us, the 4 of us. And then the next few pages is like our nieces and nephews, my mom. And the next few pages is back to us. And the next few pages was like his graduation.
So it kind of feeds itself and
right.
leads itself to the following year.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, dude. That's a really good idea. You little sentimental cat, you. But you're a big picture guy.
Yeah.
And that's, as a father, I failed at it worse than my parents did. But our parents were the little 35 millimeters where you clicked and then
Yeah.
to get to the next picture. And when he passed, we found like 4 or 5 undeveloped rolls that he just had in his drawer. So we don't know if there's anything on them or if we should even have them develop because we don't know what's on the
Whoa.
maybe we just need to go ahead and toss those because I don't be knowing what's on there and I don't know if I want to know what's on them. I'm good, but they weren't really good at as far as historians with pictures.
And it's a double-edged sword though because I take so many pictures.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's expected of me to take the pictures, but I miss a lot. Well, I should say I miss a lot. I see a lot of major events through an eye hole
right.
because I'm the one taking the pictures.
Well, better through an eye hole than an asshole. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, that's got to be tough. Once they, that's like being the one guy in the group with a truck.
Right, exactly.
You fucking move everybody until the day you got to move, and then nobody's there. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. That's got to be kind of tough. But you do pretty good with the camera, do you? I mean, you take really good pictures and all the stuff that you have up. Even so, like every year they throw a Christmas party, and when you're walking into the house, there's frames of each year that they've done this event leading up to last year's, and then all the pictures are live of what you're doing for the following year, right? Which is really kind of cool because you can go back and see from the beginning when they started doing this and when everybody was still kind of young in the group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see it now and you're like, God dang. Father Time was not nice to some of us. Like myself, I'm good. So what'd you get? What'd you end up getting? We know what you got them. What else did you buy them?
Like I said, we went a little overboard with them.
Your son, you got him a watch, right?
No,
a watch or a bag?
I got a watch. He got a bag. He got a wallet. Bunch of clothes. Little knickknacks like Starbucks gift cards and Uber gift cards and Amazon gift cards. What else did he get? Like my daughter got a knife set. And she's been wanting one, like with the wood block.
Right.
And it's funny because she came back for New Year's, and she goes, she's like, she puts her hands up to me. She puts her hand up to me. She goes, "Y'all got me a really good knife set." And so I'm looking at her, I'm like, "Oh, good, you like it?" She's like, "No, it's a really good one." So she's like kind of pointing at me.
Oh, she cut herself?
Yeah, she got a Band-Aid on it.
And then you ended up? Did you get your wife? What'd you end up getting her?
I got her. Of course, they all got the photo book. She also got. What else? I got her some clothes. What else did I get her? Did I tell you the story about the concert? Thanksgiving?
No.
Okay. You sure? Pitbull?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got her. I mean, it's forgotten now, and I messed up because I meant to print out the ticket and put it in her like
a
stocking or something. Because gotta be a reminder, I did get her those tickets for Christmas, even though now it's not
right.
not just us going. What else did I get her? Oh, I got them all each sock slippers.
Okay.
Bombas. They got the little tread on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they actually liked them. I was surprised.
I have those from when I had the surgery on my arms. They give you those.
They're like hospital slippers. Yeah, kind of.
Those are the best, dude. I love those. Like on Saturdays, I'll get up and I'm off Saturday. It's the first thing I have. I put them on the night before. I can get out of bed and I can walk. I'm good. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie. She's told me she almost slipped like twice on the floors. After she cleans them, you wear newer socks, and your feet fall from under you.
Right.
Same thing happened to me. I had some newer socks on. I was walking, turning the corner of my house. Dude, I almost slipped twice.
Started doing the fucking risky business.
But what I got was I got a watch.
Okay.
I got 3 pairs of Jordans.
Damn.
Well, I got the black and reds.
Okay.
Those are gonna be for like whenever I go to Firebirds hockey game. I got my Firebirds hockey game gear on,
Okay.
and then I got blue and white, and I got black and white.
Okay.
My lady got me some clothes. All right. I'm gonna give it a try. I just don't know how it's gonna work out. She got me like an outfit. It's a button-down shirt, white with brown, almost like a Pendleton type. It looks like a Pendleton,
Right.
But it's a dress shirt.
Just a flannel shirt.
Right.
Okay.
With white Levi's. I've never worn white Levi's before.
White pants are tough, dog. Like you gotta kind of stand standoffish. You got to know how to maneuver around that shit. I used to wear these. I had this outfit that I used to wear all the time, dude. I wear white Dickies and a white Ben Davis, and I had these fucking Fila's, bro. They were so fucking dope. They were all white, and then they had that blue suede on the side.
Okay.
But the suede went up around the top and underneath the shoe to the other side. So when I first left here, I had them when I got to New Mexico. And I landed there in April. So by April, you're supposed to see fucking caterpillars and butterflies and shit. Well, it was still snowing in April. Again, one of those things you're not supposed to, until May, you're not supposed to wear fucking white, right? Is that what it is?
Right.
May Day, right? After that,
like
you wear. So I was rocking that because I was like my signature suit. Like I like that shit, right? Nope, that shit. Bottom of the pants were all fucking dirty. I just fucked up, dude. Like you.
The funny thing is, I told her, or I told them, I said this outfit could dual purposes. You can wear it, you kind of roll up the sleeves, wear a nice watch with it. Cool. Or, you got your white Levi's, I wear a white muscle shirt and just button the flannel at the top.
You can't do that. You can't do that, dude. Promise me you won't do that. Promise yourself you won't. Because you're going to look like fucking Popeye Saavedra from fucking, what was it? Blood in, blood out shit, bro. Give me the chon-chon. Nobody writes for free.
I know I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but so what we wound up doing was, because remember I have family in town.
Right.
And let me tell you, kid, love them to death. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
So glad they're gone.
I wouldn't say I'm glad they're gone, but it was a very long week.
Okay.
I'm saying it was a long week. You're saying I'm glad they're gone. It could be a combination, however you want to look at it.
Right.
But it was a very long week. I need some time off.
Right.
But so what we wound up doing was, because we were so busy this entire week, is we actually had our Christmas on Christmas Eve, Sunday.
Well, just you and your family.
Right.
Okay.
The four of us. Because we needed time to, open the gifts. Because Christmas Day, we were just going to be out like at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Holy shit.
And that's running late. And we were going to be gone all day. So my wife and daughter made the executive decision to open up everything on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
That's what we did this year, just because I had a nephew come from Texas. He flew out, and he had to fly back Christmas Day that next day to work for Monday or Tuesday. So he flew out. They did tamales the day before on the 23rd, and then so on the 24th we did all the Christmas stuff, and then everybody just kind of hung out as the day went on, the 25th.
Well, my week started on Thursday. I went to work. My son flew in that afternoon. So after work, we go to dinner right here at San Miguel because he loves Mexican food and that's his spot.
Right.
So we're there. While we're there, if you remember, nephew's dad, Fred, it was his birthday that day.
Okay.
So they contacted me saying, yo, we're going to Burgers and Beer, shoot through. But I was like, well, we're at dinner. I'll shoot through after dinner because I still got to pick up my uncle from New York flying in that evening, that night.
Wow.
So, and me, back in my head, I'm working tomorrow, so I can't be getting crazy or anything. So from dinner, we go to Burgers and Beer, say happy birthday, hang out for maybe 15 minutes. At this point, it's like 8, let's say 8, and my uncle flies in at 9. So, we bounce a little after 8. They're like, you leaving already? I said, well, Domingo flies in at 9. And they're like, oh, you still got 45 minutes? I'm like, I still got to go home, drop them off, catch a little nap.
You were just making excuses. Although I'm going to lie, though, dog, at 53, that nap is motherfucking important.
Hell yes. Because it ain't like, because he took my car for the week.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like he was just going to drop me off and bounce. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm going to put some time in.
Right.
So, get home. I didn't take a nap, but it was still like we were settling in. Then I had to go get him. He came back to the house. We chit-chatted for a little bit. And he stayed at one of my niece's rental properties, which is right here on Casa, the street behind Moonlight. Moon something.
It's all out that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those big horse stable land.
Yeah.
It's big.
Big house, yeah. A lot of land. It's pretty out that way.
So that was Thursday. Friday, I go to work. Then my grandfather's party was that Friday night.
Right.
And let me show you. So again, he turned 100. And so when we were taking pictures, we took a bunch of pictures, and let me show you. That first picture are his living kids. My mom's in the center.
Okay.
That's my Uncle Domingo that you might have met.
Right.
And then that's my Uncle Izzy on the other side.
Okay.
There's 2 of that have already passed on.
So does Izzy lives in New York too?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you swipe right.
Oh. Okay. That's you and your daughter.
Oh,
the other way. Swipe left. There you go. Okay.
Okay, now that's the grandkids. Me, my brother, nephew's mom,
Right.
sister-in-law. And then both Izzy and Domingo got young kids. Because Domingo's son is like 12.
Wow.
So those are the other 3 cats that are there, right? There's 3 of them?
Yeah. There's a tall one in the back, the
Yeah.
white one on the left, and then the other kid on the right.
Right. So those are the grandkids. Now swipe.
Okay.
Now all those are the great-grandkids. My kids.
It'd be the other way around, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
My kids. My cousin Irma's kids, which includes nephew.
Okay.
Now, if you swipe again, those are the great-grandkids.
Damn. That's dope that he's alive for all that, though, dude. That's history right there. Can you imagine all the shit that man has seen? You sitting like, it'd be fun, like sitting and talking to old people and listening to their stories from when they were kids. It's really cool, and you could do it in one day because if you sat down for it more than once, you're gonna get the same stories. But if you sit with them for a day and ask them questions about their childhood,
Right.
it's really really interesting to see how different their lives were than ours.
Now, I don't think I ever told you this because it's not something that
We
I
talk about.
necessarily remember too much, but he used to work for a jeweler in New York. Okay?
Okay.
And David, the other guy that's in that picture, also worked there, that part-time, because David became a police officer in New York.
Okay.
So, if I could find it right quick.
And is David family too?
Excuse me, Izzy. Izzy
Oh, okay.
used to work there.
Okay.
David is his brother that passed on.
Okay.
I got him mixed up. So, he used to work in a jewelry store, and they kind of cater to famous people, celebrities, I should say.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you this picture, and this is one of their best customers when he was starting off.
Okay. Oh shit. Wow.
You gotta say who it is.
I don't know who it is. I'm just kidding. Eddie. That's fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you remember he had that hit song, "Party All the Time."
Party all the time. Party. My girl wants to party all the time.
If you remember the cover of that album, he's like in a tracksuit,
Yes.
and it's zippered all the way down to his belly, so his chest is hanging out.
Right.
Well, not hanging out, but his chest is bare, and then he's got a medallion that says EM.
Yeah.
They made that for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Speaking of that, have you seen the previews for the new Beverly Hills Cop?
You know what? I haven't seen the previews, but I saw that as a YouTube clip.
Right?
I thought it was a fake.
No, it's coming.
Really?
Yup.
That's gonna be so bad.
No, it actually looks pretty good.
I don't know, man. The third one was bad.
Oh yeah. Well, but I think that was just here, hurry up and throw out another one before people forget, and try to make some more money off of it. This one, they waited long enough, and I think it'll be good to bring it back. And they need to make another fucking 48 Hours with him and Gary Busey.
Gary Busey?
And then who was on
Nick
it?
Nolte.
Oh, yeah, those white boys look alike, dog.
They do look alike.
Yeah.
You're right on that.
But I'd be fucking hilarious, dude. Those two together again,
Yeah.
especially because Nick Nolte's so fucking out there now.
You know why I say it's gonna be whack? Because look at Coming to America too.
Yeah, that was.
And I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll watch it, but I don't know.
And it wasn't Coming to America too. It was Coming to America. Just get that shit right. Yeah, I don't.
I think back to the weekend real quick. I think I threw away like $300 out the window.
How?
My dumbass wanted to make memories for all these kids, and I heated the pool.
And nobody got in the water?
Kids got in the water for maybe 20 minutes. It was supposed to be like Saturday. The following day was supposed to be an all-day thing.
Right.
At my house. We hosted Saturday. And that's Friday night after the party. The party ended at, I think everybody started going home about 12:30 maybe.
Okay.
I don't think we didn't go to 2. But then my cousin and her husband came to my house afterwards, and we were up to like 4:30.
Holy shit.
I ain't done that in years. So I woke up just tired. I woke up like at lunchtime, and my uncle's favorite thing out here is upper crust. So again, we were supposed to be at my house all day, take off to upper crust for lunch, come back to my house, continue the day, kids swimming during the day, the whole 9.
Right.
Carne asada in the evening. Yo, we didn't get to my house probably till like 4. Kids jumped in, good 20, maybe 40 minutes. I don't think an hour. And they got out because it was already dark. You know, it gets dark by 4:30.
Right.
It was cold. Everybody was tired. Dude, because it's expensive to heat a pool.
How long does it take, like let's say, people are coming, right? Like, you knew they were coming. So, okay, so it's Saturday. It's Friday. They'll be here tomorrow by noon. What time do you need to start heating your pool?
Now it probably takes a good 20 hours to heat my pool straight. 20 hours.
Really, that long?
Yeah, because I recently replaced my heater,
Okay.
and I replaced it with a used one that I had, on the side of my house. And the reason I had it is because another house had it, and it's like by BTUs. You know, if you
Okay.
think of the size, small, medium, and large,
Right.
it was a small. And it was on a house that had a big pool and a spot, and it was taking too long. You know, the builder cheaped out on it and put the cheapest heater he could.
Right.
By way of size.
Size.
Not quality. So they wanted a new one. You know, the biggest one that they can get. So I sold it to them, but this one was a perfectly working heater. I figured I'd sell it one day. And then my biggest heater available took a crap last year. So I was going to put a new one in. And I remembered I had that one on the side of the house. I said, let me just throw this one in. Because heaters are like a few thousand.
Wow.
So anyways, my old heater would have done it in like 8 hours. Because I don't have like a really big pool.
Right. Wow.
But now it's like 18.
That's crazy. Yeah, we did. So we did ours on Christmas Eve.
The three of you?
No, we did it all at my. We do everything down at my brother's house.
Oh.
We don't just do anything here because that just means I gotta buy more gifts. Because then I gotta do it here, and then I gotta buy for shit for them there, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. So, you know, the kids did good. I got them a lot of clothes. I got Sebastian a lot of clothes. Got Milo his shoes. The Coach Crocs, whatever they are.
Uh-huh.
I guess they're slides. They're not. They weren't Crocs. They were slides. They were dope, dude. They're dope looking. I was like, oh, those are kind of fucking sick, dude. But anyways, he got that. They got a bunch of fucking gift cards from everybody, dude. Like they walked out with a good handful of cards, dude. I shouldn't have to buy them lunch for a while. And then Sebastian got me, bro. I had bought this Adidas, what are those, like the fisherman hats? What are they called?
Gilligan's Island hat?
Yeah, like a Gilligan's Island hat.
Bucket hat, I think.
Yeah, bucket hat. But it's Adidas. But I bought a brown one. And the hat's dark brown, and the lettering, the Adidas is like a lighter brown. And I thought, okay, so now my mission is going to be I got to find me some Adidas. And he had gone into my room one day. He said, what are you doing? What do you want for Christmas? Oh, I want these. And I showed him these fucking Adidas. And he fucking bought them for me, dog.
Shoes?
Yeah, these dark brown Adidas. And the stripes and the lettering match the hat exactly.
Oh, wow.
I was like, right on, cool. So now there's one less thing I got to buy myself. I'm cool. And then I got that knife that I showed you the other night. It's a what they would call an EDC knife, an everyday carry. So you have it's got a knife, it's got a screwdriver, it's got a
Swiss
can
Army
opener.
knife.
No, don't ever fucking say it again. Swiss Army knife's different.
How's it different? Same thing?
No.
You just said it's a knife, a screwdriver.
Yes, but that's not a Swiss Army. A Swiss Army knife is different because the blade doesn't lock on a Swiss Army knife.
Tomato.
No, bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
It might not be the brand, but everybody knows what a Swiss Army knife is.
Yeah, but it's not a Swiss Army. It's more. Mine is more of a like those Leatherman. What are they called? The multi-tools.
Yeah.
Mine's more of a multi-tool fashion than a fucking Swiss Army knife.
Does it have the cross on it?
Nope. The fuck it does. So,
hold on. People want to know.
What?
Did you get your son's girlfriend a gift?
Yes.
Ah!
Yes, I did. But
There ain't no but.
No. Hear me out. You'll be very proud of me. I was looking around, and I like to during Christmas. I love shopping at Macy's because they have the best fucking deals. Like every year, I buy pillows.
What?
I buy pillows every year because, like this year, I got pillows at fucking at Macy's. They were $50 for the set, and they had them on sale for $14. $14 for $50 pillows all day long. And I have this thing like I'm my allergies, like I can't buy Goose Down because I'll be up just fucking with a runny nose or swallowing boogers all night long. I can't get the The hypoallergenic, bullshit, bullshit. They'll be up sneezing and swallowing boogers all night. So I found the ones that were like regular old, and they're Tommy Bahamas, and that was $50 for the set, dude. But they were on sale for $14, and I'll take it. So I got me a couple. I got each of the boys a set of pillows.
For Christmas?
Yeah, no, just for time to change up. You throw away your
You
old
should have
pillow.
wrapped it.
I should have. Now that I think about it, where were you? Where were you a couple weeks ago?
Dog. Start December 1st, anything gets wrapped.
Right? I'm gonna start doing that.
Start
Can I
wrapping
wrap
the-
bills too?
Wrap the AC thermostat.
And
we go out to dinner, get something to eat, and you pay. Merry Christmas.
right? Well, I've been doing that with Milo all year long. Like, I really didn't want to buy him anything, but at the same time, it's like, well, fuck, dude. Like, anyways, I don't want to bore you with my bullshit. Like, he's a good kid, dude, and he tries, and he's got. I don't know how much I want to put out there, but I believe his mother uses him to try to drive a wedge, especially right now because she couldn't contain him and do what she needed, and sent him away at 16 with me. And he's been able to flourish and do well with me here, and I think that bothers her to see it. So she tries to, and then she tries to pit the boys against each other. So I'm very bitter with her right now, very upset with her right now, but. It creates nastiness that doesn't need to be there, and sometimes what I see as him being a certain way is because she's kind of pushed him towards that, and I have to take a step back, and I can't put all of who he is on him. Like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like I gotta why is he like that? Like what's he getting there? Why is he like that? And then I break it down, and then. I don't do shit for him out of guilt anymore. I don't so the other day he comes to me and he says, Dad, I want a dog.
Damn. Dog?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. The apartment you're going to get, they let you have animals?
You didn't say that.
Fuck yeah, I did. He said, you're not bringing...
I get your point, but...
What'd you say?
I get your point, but...
Yeah, you're not bringing a dog to this house again. Nope, we're done with dogs. No more.
You did tell him what about the last one, right?
Yeah, of course. I said, well, Dad, he said, but that dog was what? I said, you didn't train him. You didn't try to teach him to go outside or go to the bathroom, like nothing. You did nothing with the dog. Yeah, but he was damaged for when we got him. Yeah, but you're so loud, and you come up and you're loud, and you sound so aggressive. And as soon as you started talking, the dog would just cower. I said, you never spent more than 5 minutes trying to talk to him or train him or anything else. What do you expect? You never did anything to help that dog along. I said, and you've proven that you can't do that. Why would I set myself up? I don't want a dog. Because then it's going to be, yeah, but Dad, you don't have to worry about food or anything and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Bullshit. So it's going to happen, dude. You're going to... Hey, Dad, can you get him? Oh, I forgot to feed my dog. Can you get my dog? Oh, can you take my dog? Can you let my dog this? Can you do? No. And then at night you're gonna. Oh, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there, and then your dog gonna be at the house barking and hooping and hollering, and it's gonna. Yeah, but what if my dog likes you more? That's all the more reason not to bring him around. You know what I'm saying? Like your dog. How long have you had your dog?
It's funny you say that. We just had a conversation about my dog's age, my wife and I.
Who trained your dog before you get into who trained him?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've had him for how long?
She just turned 7, I think, 6 or 7.
Okay.
And training was like when we first got her, was like every day. Get up in the middle of the night, take her to the bathroom, crate trainer. Well, we didn't use a crate, but our laundry room had a baby gate in front of it, so that was like her crate area.
Okay.
So I'd go to work, come back middle of the day to let her out, put her back in her crate, go back to work. That lasted for a couple months. So, but my wife and I, we were just talking about that. I asked her how old our other dog was when she passed. And my wife's like 13, 14. And I said, so we're like halfway there with this one?
Oh, it's fucked up. Wow.
Well, that's what she said. She got all mad. And I was like, well, I'm just preparing myself. I know I'm halfway done with her. I mean, not. Yeah, that's coming out wrong.
Wow. Holy shit.
It came out wrong then. It's coming out wrong now. I was just equating, the life expectancy because now I know, I think she's just turned 6 or 7. And okay, well, I mean, honestly, let's be real. If she lasts as long as the other ones, she's halfway done. And it doesn't even seem like that long, but yeah.
Wow. She can get you another one?
That's what she said. No, she said you're gonna get you another one. I was like,
oh
no.
Shit.
I was like, no, I'm not. This will be the last one. She's like, no, you're gonna get another one.
Why not?
Huh? Man, those dogs are work. They be tearing up the yard. Don't get me wrong, I love these dogs to death, but damn, I like a nice yard.
You just gotta teach it where to go, right? Like.
Oh no, she's cool. She has not gone to the bathroom inside the house. My last dog, you open the front door, she'll take off. She comes back, but she likes to run around. You're yelling at her, she's just running around up and down the street. You gotta go chase her. This one, she'll come walking out. She don't go like on the sidewalk. She just stays in our area. She's smart. This one's really smart.
Maybe she's picking up the temperament. Like your last dog, maybe she was picking up on your feelings. Like you'd get to the front door, you'd be like, "Whoo, I gotta get the fuck out of here! I gotta go!" So he's running all over the place. And this one's more like you've settled in. You'd be like, "All right, cool." So you and Peanut walk out the front door. And
I think the first one, because the first one was my daughter's dog.
Okay.
So, this is 15 years ago. So you figure, I was going to work. That was their dog, so you do what you want with it. This one she's more like my dog. So I took the time to try and train her as much as I could. I actually hired a trainer for a little bit. That was such a waste. Oh
Right.
my God. Because he was recommended to me.
He was what?
Recommended to me. This dog trainer.
Okay.
This dude, and I should have known, my fault. He tells me, I'm not here to train the dog.
He was here to train you.
I'm going to train you to train the dog. And I was like, thinking to myself, at that point, I'm like, well, I don't want somebody to train me to train the dog. That's what I'm paying for.
Did he give you treats?
I mean, he showed me how.
Good job, Tony.
But yeah, that was a waste of time.
So when you say he's tearing up the yard, like just because he's running around, or
no, she like for example, by the pool we have a flower bed.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you ever noticed it. It's like right in front of the pool.
Right.
It's always got pretty flowers, but they're
Right.
fake. I don't know if you ever knew that.
No, I didn't pay
fake.
that much attention.
I replace them twice a year because the sun will damage them and stuff.
Right.
But they're fake. Why? Because when I put real ones down, she digs them out. She pulls them out. She's a gardener. My wife says she's gardening right now.
Well, she's a Mexican dog.
Well, damn, dog, those flowers cost money. Oh, okay, that's number one. I got to put fake flowers right there. Number two, we got these big pots. And we put the fake flowers in those as well. And, like, I got 3 behind the spa, like in the corner of the wall.
She's doing you a favor, and you don't even realize it enough to thank her for that. Because if you put real flowers out there, you know what's going to happen? Bees. And you have bees out there when you got the least amount of clothes on, trying to get in the pool and playing around, and you're going to get stung the fuck up, and your dog is just saving your life right now. And you can't even appreciate it.
No. I remember our high school graduation, high school class reunion.
Yeah?
Manuel and his wife came over. We all remember that first night we were kicking in my house?
Yeah?
And if I remember right, we were all sitting on the patio, and then there's my dog. She comes and brings Manuel some flowers. Manuel's wife some flowers.
See, it's
She
a good
just
dog.
pulled them out of the ground and had them in her mouth and came over. Hey, here you go. Man, those flowers cost money.
It's a real dog right there.
Well, anyways, we got these big pots. Yo, she don't like them standing straight up. She barks and barks and barks at them. That's how it starts. And then as she barks, she gets closer to it with her nose. And then when she gets close enough, she starts banging on it. And then until it falls over. And then she'll go to the next one and do that until they're all on the ground.
Wow.
And whenever I put them back up, she's looking at me like, I had them perfect for you. Why you messing them up?
And you just tell her, don't do that, Peanut.
What else am I supposed to do?
Punch her. Bring her over and let her see
Look
that.
who's being mean now.
You got to teach them. Sometimes that's the fastest way to teach them.
I'll tell you what. When she was a puppy, dog, she used to, the sprinklers.
Yeah.
Oh, kid. If the sprinklers were on, because now I got to water my grass like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
When she's asleep.
Because, dude, those pop-ups, she'll bite the shit out of it, and next thing you know, you just got water shooting out. This one night, we went out. Bro, I don't even think the sprinklers turned on. I swear to God, bro, she took a sprinkler head, pulled it out of the ground, pipe and all. Probably a good 4 or 5 feet of it was like dangling in the air from the ground.
Wow.
Dude, I beat this shit out of that dog. I'm telling you, I had a PVC pipe, a 1/2 inch.
You beat her with a pipe?
Yeah. And I have to admit, I felt bad because like a welt on her side, like a line, like popped out because when I just beat the shit out of her. Yeah. And that.
She was trying to run out the gate. The gate closed on her.
I got her in the corner, dude, and I just started swinging. Oh, I was so pissed.
Wow. So you beat your dog within an inch of its life with a PVC pipe.
Well, here's the funny thing. If you ever next time you come to my house, behind my barbecue,
yeah,
is said PVC pipe. Whenever she starts acting up, and she don't want to listen to me, I go and I grab it, and shit, she shuts up. She knows what time it is with that.
Damn, you're mean, bro.
No, I'm not mean. I'm really nice.
Fuck.
What else does she do back there? That's about it, I think.
So, just when you say, because you kept saying that, she was marking up her territory, you mean that she just digging up flowers and fucked with your sprinklers one time?
No, it was more than one time. It was bad.
So bad that you beat her.
I taught her a lesson.
You taught her a lesson. Mm.
Yeah.
And now you get her high, right? She gets high quite often?
My friends get her high.
Oh. Your friend.
And speaking of that, my old lady's like, when we were going out for New Year's, my mom actually called me because my mom likes to babysit.
Okay.
Like whenever we have a party, like the Christmas party, we'll take her to my mom's house. So she, because usually I throw them in the garage, so they don't mess with nobody. I don't trust dogs around, especially when there's kids around.
Okay.
Even the nicest dogs, nah.
When there's that many people, somebody move funny or something. Yeah.
Kids, they don't, know, they run by and try to pet it real fast and they accidentally hit it, you never know. So my mom babysits a lot, and she likes it. So my mom called me. She's like, "Yo, you going out tonight? For New Year's?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "You gonna bring the dog over?" I was like, "Nah, she'll be cool." She said, "All right, if you want to, we're not going anywhere."
Why you take that time away from your mom?
Funny you say that too, but the day before on Saturday, we had drinks galore for my grandfather's party.
Okay.
Waters, beers, alcohol. I mean, it was, we did it right.
Right.
My nephew did a lot of it, actually. But anyways, we had so much that it got transferred to my house for that Saturday. Like ice chests full of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then we still had leftovers, so we transferred it to my niece's rental that I just mentioned, because that's where we spent Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And we still had leftovers. We took
damn.
it back to my mom's house for Christmas Day. Still had leftovers. No, we started to add a little bit, like some sodas and some waters. And then they transported that to Luis's house for
New Year's.
So when the transfer from nephews to Luis's, because my nephew lives right next door to my mother,
Right.
I was going over there to help. So I brought the dog with me, so my mom could chill with her for a little while. You know, she likes, like I said, she likes spending time with her. But it was funny because I was running really late. So when I actually was on my way to over there, my nephew called me and said him and Luis were already on their way back to Luis's house with all the ice chests. And I was like, well, okay, I'll meet you at Luis's house. I'll make a U-turn because I'm on my way. Then I was like, well, wait a minute, I got the dog with me. And long story short, I just went home with the dog. I know that story went nowhere, but the point I was trying to say was I was taking the dog to my mom's house and I didn't quite make it.
I got it. Okay. I was like, fuck. And then you
Man.
even threw in the long story short.
I know, right?
Pulling a Louise. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. That's crazy. So, on...
Hold on. We let's backtrack. Your son's girlfriend, what you get her? How'd that work out?
Oh. So, like I said, I like shopping at Macy's because of all the deals. So, they had these fucking throw blankets, bro. And they were normally $39.99. They had them on sale for $8.99. I was like, that's the perfect gift. So, I bought her a little throw blanket. I was like, cool. They were so inexpensive, I ended up getting one for my my nephew's girls because I hadn't bought them anything either. And I wasn't going to. I was just like, you know what? This year I can't go out that far. Like I gotta hone it in, right? So I ended up buying them blankets as well. But shit, for less than $10, I was cool. I could get her a gift for less than $10. I was good. If it would have been more than that, I probably wouldn't have.
Really?
Yeah.
$15?
Maybe it would have been like a stretch.
Okay,
like
$40?
Fuck no.
Okay, so now we're from 15 to 40. $30?
No.
Really?
It would have had to been below 20.
If a 20 spot wouldn't have covered it, it ain't happening?
No. 20 plus taxes I'll give you, but you know what I'm saying?
Did she get you anything?
Nope. And neither did my son.
No.
Sebastian got me gifts. Milo got me nothing. Milo said, hey, Dad, yours is coming. Say his same shit he's told me the last 3 years. Oh, yeah, Dad, I'll get you like in March. Okay.
He actually said March.
Yeah, I'll get you. I'll get you in a couple months. March. Because he's got a ticket to pay for. He's got his tags are coming up. He's got his car payment. Like you know what I mean?
You
and if he
better
gets
not let him get that dog.
Yeah, he come home with a dog. Then he gonna have rent too on a new spot because he ain't gonna pay here. Nope. Because if I make him pay rent now, it's gonna be like, okay. Well, then if I pay rent, I want a dog. Now I might have to let him if he's willing to throw down for rent. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I might okay. But it's gonna end up being my dog anyways. That's
I mean, if anything, that rent will come that first month, and then after that,
yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Few and far between.
Yep. Oh, Dad, I was going to, but I had to do this. Oh, Dad, I was going to, but I had to. And I'm gonna call my mortgage company and tell them that shit. Oh, I was going to, but my son couldn't, cause. So yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Shit ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna wait.
We on Christmas Eve we played that left, right, center. You play that?
I've seen it played. I haven't really like figured out how it works or whatever.
Dog, that is especially when you start drinking. That game was a blast, kid. Cause,
Yeah.
It involves money.
Okay.
And that game was a blast. You got 3 dice. Everybody's in a circle around the table.
Okay.
Okay. You got $3. Everybody starts with $3.
Okay.
Okay. Since you got $3, that's how many dice. However many dollars you have, max 3. That's how many dice you throw.
Okay.
A dice is either a L for left, right, or R or C for center. Then it's got a star and it's got a dot.
Okay.
The star, if I remember right, means you're safe. Everything's cool. No money changes hands. A dot means you got to throw $1 in the center, in the pile. Everybody, the object is to get to the pile. So when you roll, if you roll a left or a right,
He fucked it up already. Go ahead.
yeah, I did. Left or right, that means you give that person $1 to your left or to your right. If you roll 3 L's, the person on your left gets all your money. 3 lefts.
So, okay. Now I'm confused. How many dice do you have?
3.
Not how many rolls. How many dice do you have?
3.
You have physically in your hand, you have 3 dice.
Because you have $3, yes.
And how many of what are on? So does each dice have an L,
Yes.
an R, a dot, and a star, and all that
Right.
shit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's starting to make sense.
Okay. So you might throw, if you throw a star, that means no money. You don't have to get rid of your money. If you throw a dot or a C, it's actually a C, my bad. C is for the center. You throw your money, you throw that $1 in the center.
Right?
So if you lose $1,
There's a motherfucker right now driving, yelling at the fucking radio like, dude, no, he's fucking it up. That's not true. Well, go ahead.
no, it's center is the pot, left or right, people on your left or right, and
Right.
then a star or a dot means you're safe. You don't have to give away your money. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go that way. And maybe it's a star. Let's call it a star.
Okay.
So now, let's say you lose $1. The next time you roll, you only roll 2 dice because you only have $2. You're rolling however much money you have. Max 3 dice.
okay.
Okay? So the person to your left or right could be stacking loot from their persons on their left and right. You follow? No?
Kind of.
So in other words, if I gave the person, if I rolled 3 R's, the person on my right gets my $3.
Okay.
So now they have 6.
So let's say because you don't roll them one at a time, right? You roll
Correct.
all 3. So let's say I roll 3. I have an F, or I said I have an R,
Okay.
I have an L, and I have the dot, which means I'm safe. So I'm safe trumps the other 2.
No. You get rid of $1 to your left. You get rid of $1 to your right, and then you keep $1 because of the dot. So now you only have $1.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would have to roll all 3 dots to be safe.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, there comes a point where you might not have any money.
But it doesn't mean you're out.
Correct, because you don't get to roll your dice because you don't have any money. But the person next to you rolls, and they might roll an L, and you're sitting to their left. So now you got $1. Now you're back in. So
it.
eventually, all the money's starting to hit to the center, the pile,
Okay.
and then eventually, only 2 people are rolling dice because all the money's made its way to the center. So it's between the 2 of them. However, again, one person could roll an L. Now it's between the person
Now
on your
it's
left.
3 people again.
All right. So again, when you start drinking, it makes it funner. It starts getting a little bit more competitive. My Uncle Domingo, he was standing on chairs. My man was going crazy.
Really? That's
Yeah.
funny.
And then you figure, let's say we were playing with 15 people.
Okay.
That's $45. The winner gets. And you're playing for like an hour.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice game.
So I take it you didn't win, though.
Nah.
How fast were you out?
It was a while. And again, you're not really out until the person on your left and right and the persons on their opposite sides are out.
Right.
Then there's really no chance of you getting back in.
Right.
Because it's got to really, come by your way.
Wow.
It's a fun game, though. We were doing that.
It sounds like it. We were doing, it's kind of like, what's the game with the cups? Where they put a little pyramid at the end. Say it, come on.
Beer pong.
Beer pong. So, it's something like that, but what they do is they take a pie tin, and in the pie tin, they put numbers in each little hole, and they have coinciding cups. along both sides of the table, and then your pie tin is in the front. And you get 3 chances. You get 3 ping pong balls, and you get to toss the ball, and whichever hole you make it in the pie tin, you get the corresponding cup.
Okay.
And so let's say, like, the first time I went, I threw it, and my first ball, and I made one, right? So I got that prize. But I still had 2 balls. I got to roll all 3. And then they have prizes according to whatever the numbers are. And so, like, let's say I got cup 17, pick up cup 17. There was either a prize under it, or there was okay, here's my tag for my prize, and they give you the prize if it was too big to go under the cup or whatever, right? Which was kind of cool. Like, at first, everybody was like, "Oh my god, I gotta play this fucking game." What? When did Christmas become about playing games? Like, which is true, dude. It's so weird. Like, when we were kids, it was about the gift that we got was tearing that shit open and playing
all day.
Right. Or not even playing with, like, just playing with just the box. You know what I mean? Like building forts with the box, taking it outside and building shit even bigger with the boxes that you got. And
Well, my niece Miranda, this is the second year we've played it, and next year I'm gonna see if my side of the family wants to play. Miranda's on my wife's side. It's a cool game, and it gets competitive. You get saran wrap, a whole roll.
yeah, we did that too. Yeah.
They roll up gifts in it.
Yeah.
Dog. Now did you use the oven mittens?
Yeah.
Okay. In case nobody knows, you got to have a lot. That's the whole point of it. You know, we throw in $5 gift cards to different places, little alcohol bottles,
Right.
small ones, bullshit gifts,
Condoms, whatever.
yeah,
whatever
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then you start with one gift, you wrap it in saran wrap after a couple times, and you add something else and wrap it.
it's almost like an untradeable white elephant, and you have to work at getting the gift.
Yes. And then, does your person, whoever does it, break the saran wrap after a few rolls?
No.
Okay, she does that. So, like, she'll roll a couple of gifts, like, to the size of, let's say, a baseball.
Okay.
And then she snaps the saran wrap, and then she starts it
all over.
again. And then
evil.
more gifts. And then when it gets the size of whatever, softball, she'll snap it again. And then start rolling it again with gifts. You know, you wrapping gifts in this ball, and she gets it to the size of like a volleyball or even bigger.
Like small beach ball?
Yeah, and then you put your mittens on, and then the first person is screwed because they're trying to find out where it even starts.
Right.
And then the person in front of you is rolling dice trying to get a double,
Right.
and you're trying to unwrap this ball of saran wrap with mittens on. And as soon as that person rolls doubles,
You got to give it up.
they got to snatch those mittens off you and try to start unrolling it. And once you get it, it starts unrolling really easy, but it's almost like the person rolls doubles and you got to give up your mittens right away. Ugh. And like I said, dude, you start unrolling, these gifts are coming out, and all of a sudden it stops. You're like, damn, and you got to try and find out where it starts again.
That would be good. Maybe we do that one for next year where they snap. Like, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I think that was about it. One of the cool things, my cousin from Parker, he bought us each a 1 troy ounce. Was it troy? An ounce of a penny ounce of silver in a coin. So it's like a dollar size coin, and it says 1 whatever ounce. I think it's a troy ounce is how they measure. I don't think it's penny. Penny is how they measure gold. I think troy is how they measure silver. So anyways, it's some sort of ounce, and it tells you that it's an ounce of silver, and then on the front there's like 6 different designs that you can get, and he tried to match like your attitude, like your likes or whatever, with the coin that he got. And on the front, he gave me the one that he gave me was like an Aztec warrior, and then when you turn it around, the back of the silver coin had the Aztec calendar on it.
Wow.
Dude, it's so fucking dope, dude. That's a badass little coin, like. And you look at it and you're like, oh, that's fucking, and it's encased in plastic so you can't scratch it or You know what I mean? You won't lose it if you carry it. You can keep it with you. Nobody, you know what I mean?
So now you're Mexican.
No.
Aztec.
Yeah, they're native.
You Aztec, is it the Aztec leaning towards Spanish?
No. Aztecs are native.
What?
Aztecs are native. All the first tribes of Mexico that were there, they're all native. They weren't
Native what though? Native Mexicans.
No,
Native Mexico.
no, because it's still South America.
Indians ain't from South America.
South America is below Mexico. That's Baja California, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's still you're still Native American. Those were all tribes that were here before the Spanish got here and colonized.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying, you know, you want to call a duck, make sure you're pointing at a duck. Quack, quack. But yeah, it's a dope.
What were
ass
some of
fucking
the other
club.
ones?
Didn't really care. You know what? I knew you were gonna ask, and I didn't fucking. I don't remember, but I remember that was on mine. I want to say that there was one with Medusa on it, but it could be because I saw the new Percy Jackson, and that could be why I'm thinking that. But
You saw that actual movie? Or the commercial for
the
it?
show,
Oh, it's a show, right?
yeah, it's a show on Disney. I think I saw like the first 2 episodes. I gotta go back and finish doing that. Probably do that today before I go back to work tomorrow. So let's go back real quick. So Christmas Eve, we were gonna go shooting that morning before we went to my brother's to go do gifts and everything with everybody.
Okay.
So we were gonna leave at 7 in the morning.
Who's we?
Me, Sebastian, Milo went.
Wow.
My 3 nephews and my brother.
Okay.
So I had just woken up, and I got a text from one of my workers. The lady next door, because she's friends with the lady next door at the hair place, texted her and told her that they had tried to break into the business. They tried to break into my store.
Wow.
So they actually broke. I don't think they tried to break in. I think because like where I'm at the end of that little strip mall, I guess, or walkway or whatever it is, they sell like water and ice and shit, right? And it's open. The doors don't lock. It's open 24 hours. So wintertime, homeless people go and stay in there in the little entryway, and they get high and they, pass around their drugs and do whatever in that little place. I think there's the homeless guy that walks around with a rock. He carries a rock with him everywhere he goes, and he just under his arm walking around with the rock. And I think he's the one that got stoned and tried to throw it at because there was they didn't try to pry open the gates or anything like that. So it didn't look like there was any kind of attempt to get past it. But
So what, they broke your window?
yeah, so they broke the window in the door. So I had to call my boss, and I was like, "What's up, Buttercup? What's going on?" "Oh, I'll go ahead and call corporate, and they'll send somebody out to, button it up. You don't need to go. They'll take care of it all. Blah blah blah."
Were you guys open that day?
No. So because that was Sunday,
Oh,
Christmas Eve was Sunday. So they sent somebody out. They put up the board on it. They're not gonna come out and put glass on it. I probably should, but for till the 10th. Bro, that's fucking 16 days without a piece of glass. Where's your fucking sense of urgency? Where's your fuck? We should put glass in the door. You know what I mean? Like electricity, because that's just not gonna hold in the heat.
right.
You know what I mean? You're letting the hot air go out that fucking door. You're anyways. So then I went back last week on Friday. I was able to get in, but my key was being a little funny, so I wasn't able to. I was able to get into the store and leave, no problem. So that Saturday, I was supposed to work. So we got there. The girl had called me. I was running a couple minutes late. She said, "Hey, I can't get the. You're coming, right? Yeah, because I can't get the door open. Blah blah blah." And I was telling her, I said, "Oh, you just got to push the key all the way in, up, and then push it a little further, and it'll open." I can't pull it out. Blah blah. All right, I'll be right there. So by the time I got there, she was able to get her key back out. So I was there trying to. When I got there, I tried to open it, and I couldn't open the door. And I'm sitting there, I was working 5-10 minutes trying to get it open. Now I could have gone in through the other business and found a different entrance to enter. But I knew that they're not like there's no sense of urgency, and it was Christmas Eve. They're not going to call and get somebody to come out and work on the door lock on Christmas Eve. That probably would have been like an extra $200 to have somebody come out and fix the door. So they sent us home.
Oh, really?
I was there for maybe 10, 15, and I'm like, hey, I can't unlock the door, and my key is stuck in the door. So okay, is the gate on the inside? Is it closed? Yeah, we closed it last night. Like there's no entry into the store past that. She says, okay, well, can you get the rest of your keys off of the key ring? Yeah. All right, well, just go ahead and just leave the key there then, and we'll send somebody out to fix it. So I guess they sent somebody out to fix it. I guess that person got there and the key wasn't in the door anymore. So my boss called me and she was all like, "Hey, were you able to get your key out?" Or I said, "No." I said, "I sent you the picture of the way I left it when you asked me for it." I said, "I wasn't able to get it out." I said, "But people are coming up trying to see if we're open, and they're sitting there, trying to shake the key, trying to get it out." I said, "I just wasn't able to shake it loose." And she said, "Okay, because there's no key there, and they're there now." And I'm like, "Well, okay. What do you want me to do? It's Christmas Eve. Do you want me to go back down there? Like, what's up?" No, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. So, it was just a disaster, dude. Just a disaster. But they sent us home, so I was like, all right, cool, I'll go home. He paid for the day and sit at home, you know what I'm saying?
So did you make a shooting?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was like at 7 in the morning. Like at 6:30 in the morning, I think. But I didn't call her until we got back from shooting because it was too early to call her. Like, what's she going to do at 7 in the morning? Or maybe I did call her because it was early and it was broken. I think I did call her as soon as I found out. And then like today, Manny went, the guy that used to be on the show, went and they still hadn't gone and fixed it yet. He says, "I've tried all the keys that are here, dude, and there's no none of them work." I said, "Well," he said, but he said, "But I've called our boss and she said that they were going to send somebody out, a locksmith." I said, "Okay, well then go in next door and blah 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 and get the store open." "Oh, I can do that." "I don't know, but let's find out if you can, you know what I mean? See if you can make it happen." So he did. He was able to get the store open. And I guess I finally called him. He finally texted me back that they did send somebody out to finally fix the lock, but there's still just wood on the door. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy to me that there's no, like, if that was your business, right? You would have paid to have the glass put in, right?
Eventually. I mean, the glass got to get made. I mean, these things do take time. And if you want to rush to the front of the line, I mean, it's going to cost you extra. You know, what's another couple of days? I mean, come on.
Really?
I would have to see what, again, cost difference. There's factors involved, kid.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. When it comes to shit like that,
You know, they're trying. For example, this happened before the new year.
right?
Okay, maybe their expenses are already tapped out for 2023.
So they had to wait until 2024 budget
Yeah,
kicked in. To
yeah,
get
exactly. You know, you got your new budget limitations. You never know. And maybe that would have taken them over some type of a quota. Now you're talking affected bonuses. You never
affect
know.
their bonuses. I don't give a shit. Fix my door.
Hey, they're not there to fix your door. They're there to get their bonus. My buddy James, you know, again, he would bring in conventions into his town. That was his job.
Right?
And they get bonused on all that stuff. They meet their X amount of occupancy for all these hotels, you know, certain amount of days per the year. You know, sign contracts, meaning this one's for 2025 and it's only 2019 type deal.
Okay.
If they met their quota at the end of the year and they got more contracts, they won't sign them. They be like, no, we got 2 weeks till the new year. We're gonna hold off before we get these signed.
Sandbagging son of a gun.
Hey, so you gotta play the game, kid. We
Hey,
already met our quota for this year.
We used to do that when I worked at Aaron's.
See what I'm saying?
People would come in. People would come in and buy their furniture and would be like, "Ooh, hey, look, I won't be able to deliver that till the 1st. It's on back order." Yeah, but I can't have the one off the. Yeah, I can't see the one on the floor, bro. I got to order it. It'll be here next week.
I mean,
And on the 1st, I take them the one that was on the floor.
I get somebody heater goes out on the 28th. Yo, I go to this pool supply house. Hey, can you give me this heat? Let me buy this heater, but don't bill me until the 1st for it. You know, write up the receipt on the 1st. Because if I get it on the 28th, I got to pay them the money within 2 or 3 days because it's in the month.
Right.
I get it on the 1st. Well, I got the whole month to be able to pay
days?
for it.
Wow.
Got to fudge the numbers here and there once in a while.
Damn.
That's how things work.
That's the hard part. Well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about.
I've been sitting on some checks that came in this past week. Yo, no, I gotta wait till after the 1st.
What do you mean you've been sitting on some checks?
Some checks of customers that paid me.
And so you got to wait till after the 1st?
I'll wait till after the 1st to process them, because I've already done my numbers for the year. I'm good. You know, the more money I make, the more money I got to pay in taxes.
Wow.
I'll wait for that. You know, hey, I'm sitting on your check for a week.
What you need to do is take a loss for the year, have somebody steal your truck, and magically it shows up after the beginning of the year.
I've had pool supply stores call me, Pacheco, let me sell you a heater, and then we're going to return it after the 1st.
No way.
So they can meet some quotas. Yeah, go ahead. I'm good.
Wow.
And sure enough, 25th, I bought a heater. On the 2nd, I returned the heater. That same heater. I never picked it up.
Wow. And no money ever exchanges hands or anything like that.
They just needed to make. I would assume especially car dealerships, car salesmen, do that shit all the time. Yo, come buy this car. I need one more car to be sold before the end of the night. I need you to buy a car. Come on, I gotta meet this quota right quick. I'll give you a hell of a deal. Tomorrow, the 1st, this deal ain't gonna happen.
Now or never.
Now and shit. I don't know if I ever said this, but you know, I used to be friends with dudes that sold cars.
Okay.
One guy, he was telling me this story that he was selling a car to somebody. He needed this sale. Blase, they got it sold. Everything was working out. Came time to run the dude's credit. Credit was shot. He needed this sale. The dude's mom was willing to co-sign for him. The mom lived in San Diego.
Fuck.
My man drove the paperwork to San Diego just to have her sign it and drove back just to make that sale. He needed that car sold that day, that night.
So was it so that he wouldn't be above? What do they call that shit? Their minimum.
He had to be I don't know if it was for a bonus purpose or
Some
it
sort
was
of contest
for
or something.
yeah, contest, or if it was for I need a car sale because I ain't had one in a week, and they're gonna fire me tomorrow. It could be almost anything.
Fuck.
Car salesmen they
Ruthless, right?
yeah. I mean their jobs are tough. That's why as soon as you set foot on the line, you look in one window, there's 3 dudes on you.
I hate that shit, dude.
Yeah, but they have to do
You
it.
got to respect the game, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what it is. My buddy who used to sell cars, he go up to people. He'd be like, and they'd be like, "I'm just looking." And he'd be like, "Yeah, I understand. I was just looking at these girls, and I wasn't looking for a wife. And next thing you know, one of them became it. This could be your car. We never know. Let's just talk about it." And what does he do? Sells him a car.
Wow. Ooh,
God
shit.
damn.
Don't worry about the gunshots and 1,000 palms. Ain't no big deal.
Man, they still doing it?
Just a leftover fucking. They found one last firework. Decided to wait right when it got dark enough to let it go off.
You'll be proud of me.
Why?
I started my 2024, the year of Pacheco, early. I'm changing my ways, kid.
No, you want to talk about resolutions?
Yes,
All right.
I've decided I'm gonna try foods.
Did you decide, or did your wife tell you?
No,
that's what you
I
were gonna
decided, and I'll tell you how it started.
Do? All right.
Okay, I was contemplating doing this. Okay, my nephew who works for me, the week before Christmas, he needed to pick up some keys for me for some houses.
Okay.
It was in the morning. So I told him where I was. He said, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Cool. He came walking up with a bag, a brown bag. He says, hey, I got you a breakfast burrito. And I was like, oh, that was nice. Thank you. He goes, yeah, it's machaca. I said, no, I don't want it.
Really, like that?
Yeah,
Wow,
kid.
what a dick,
Yes.
dude.
So,
I'd have kicked you instead.
well, okay, now, he said, and dude, he looked at me like, oh, really? Like, deflated. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
yes, you're right. You are right.
What a douche.
And prior to me contemplating changing my ways, I wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Okay.
But now, dude, I saw that look, like, again, defeated, deflated, like, wow, really?
Like you just kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what, bro? I am going to take that burrito. I'm going to try it. He's like, really? Like, he lit it back up. I was like, yeah, bro. You know what? I'm going to at least try it.
And I know what happened. He left, and you sat there staring at it for a minute. And you said, open it up, took a bite, and said, I don't like it.
No, I'll tell you what. It wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, I took a couple bites out of it. It wasn't bad. The burrito was just too big. It was one of them,
Baby legs?
yeah, it was humongous. But it wasn't bad.
How much of it did you eat?
Probably a quarter to a third. And again, that's
Okay.
and even if it was something that I would have liked, but like chorizo and egg, I would have still eaten a quarter or a third.
Right.
It was just too big for me. So that was step one. That was my first step into saying, you know what, I can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
I like where this is headed.
Next, I might have missed something, but I'll come back to it if I do. If I did. I had on Christmas Eve, my aunt made shrimp toast.
Shrimp toast?
She made bread into triangles. It was an appetizer.
Okay.
And she put like something
So,
on it. It
not
was
to-
shrimp.
Well, not to be a dick, you mean she cut bread into 4 slices? Into 4 pieces? Because if you cut it in half, you get 2 big triangles. If you cut those in half, you get...
It was a pretty good sized triangle, so maybe one slice of bread was a triangle.
Okay.
Because they're a good size.
Okay.
Because I thought they were mini pizzas.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I tried it. Wasn't bad. I'm not gonna complain.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't breaded shrimp. It was more like ceviche kind of style.
Well, she's a Croatian, so when you say ceviche, I'm leaning towards Spanish,
Right?
and it didn't. There was no Spanish flair to it.
Croatians are just Mexicans with freckles.
I couldn't explain what was on it other than the shrimp and of course the bread, but there was other stuff on it. Again, because when I saw it, I really thought it was like a little mini pizza.
Okay.
I ate chili relleno.
Chile relleno?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Was it pork?
No. Chile relleno is when they take a chili.
Okay, no. What was,
take out
what's
all
the
the
other?
chile verde.
Chili verde. That's what I had.
Oh, that's
And
good, dude.
here's the reason why I say chili relleno. It's because I was like, what's that? Chili verde. And I was like, what's in it? They're like, it's pork. I was like, oh, I thought it was a fucking chili. I've always anything chili to me it's a chili, regardless.
So
chili
when somebody
relleno.
said chili beans, you thought that was just beans with a
No,
large chili?
but
on?
you know, chili beans is more Americanized. That's chili. That's chili. This is chili relleno. I always thought it was gonna be a chili.
Well, chile relleno is.
Okay, well, I never knew I didn't equate there were two different things.
Okay.
So I ate it, and it was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Chile verde is really good.
It was good.
But that shit get like, if you eat it, like, you gotta stay. For you, I would say this side of La Quinta.
Somebody else said that.
Because if you eat it this side of La Quinta, they've bastardized it for the American public, so it's not so hot. It's not so spicy.
I like spicy food.
Ninja. If you eat it that side of La Quinta, like if you eat chile verde in Coachella, bro, you'll be sweating the first bite and get the hiccups and shit. Like it is hot, like really spicy.
Okay, but let me ask you this: Is it all the same? Because this was just the meat chunks and the sauce.
Yes.
When you start adding shit to it, that's when I'll try it now. I will try it, but when you start getting crazy about stuff, I'm not.
So when they make it with chile verde, there's some people make it with just use like the green chili enchilada sauce.
Okay, I think that's how this one was done.
Some people make it with the fresh shit, tomatillos and chiles, and it's got a lot of seeds in it. And the one that's really kind of chunky with all this, man, that shit, it's so delicious, bro. But it's fucking fire. And when I say fire in this instance, I don't mean like it's delicious, it's great. It's fucking fire. That shit is an alarm in your mouth, and you better grab some milk, because that shit gonna fuck you up. But it's delicious. I like it. And then you have chile colorado, which is red chili, which is the same thing, just with red chili base, kind of like the enchilada chili or the chili they use for tamales with beef or pork.
Okay.
What else?
Yesterday. No, let me backtrack. The Wednesday after Christmas.
Okay.
Now, this one's a little. You're gonna be like, really? But trust me, I still went outside of my comfort zone.
Okay.
It was the last night for one of my uncles here in town. Wednesday night.
Okay.
He wanted Chinese food, but we didn't want to go out. We were just gonna order something and have it brought, and somebody was gonna pick it up. So China ate.
That's a tough one, bro.
Okay, thank you for saying that. My wife, my daughter loves Asian food.
Asian food is good.
Okay, she loves some China 8. Whenever she comes down, if we go to China 8 every time, she's down.
She cool with it.
Okay, but when they do go, the times that they do go, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll eat something here or pick me up something from somewhere else. Shoot, the farthest I'll go is Panda Express right next door. Okay, that's my Chinese food.
Right?
So,
But they're Japanese. But go ahead.
so
Fuck.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna try and be a contrarian this time. That's what we're having. That's what I'm gonna eat. So I looked at the menu, and don't get me wrong, I like Chinese food. Just China 8, like you said originally.
Right?
I'll go to a Chinese restaurant, or P.F. Chang's, but China 8. I've been there a couple of times. I'm not a fan. But you know what? I'm gonna eat. Got me some spare ribs because I love me some spare ribs.
Right?
Had me some of their fried rice. Mine is better. I had a couple other things. Boom. And you know what? I ate it. I'm good.
Okay.
Last night, my my wife's family, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, they always have a big dinner for us. Steak, lobster tail,
Damn.
crab legs, potatoes, broccoli.
Sound like a mighty American meal right there.
Dude, it was they feast, kid.
Wow.
Now, I usually just have a steak and potatoes.
Oh, fuck. Dude, crab is so good.
So the crab legs are what, a good 24 inches long?
They can be because there's different kinds.
Well, they get the long joints.
Okay.
A box from Costco.
Okay.
Daughter cracks.
Those already come cooked, and you just need to heat them, right? And
I just know
I believe they come cracked, right?
No. Well, they got scissors. They do all that stuff.
Okay.
So my daughter cracks open the scissors, and they know, okay, I'm willing to try stuff now. So my daughter gives me the first piece. I dip it in some butter, because remember, I'm like, why are you...
Right.
No, I'm doing it.
Seafood gum.
So I ate it. I didn't like the fishiness after the fact. Like, there was an aftertaste of the fishiness.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't bad. I should stop saying I don't like it. It just,
Was it your favorite?
wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
Now, my wife, her first thing was the lobster tail, the big fat joint. Okay. She also hurt my feelings on this one. But because my daughter said, hey, how'd you like it? And I was like, everybody was like, how'd you like it? Boom, boom, boom. So my wife, she had the lobster tail. And she opened it up. She's cutting it. And I'm looking at her like, I'm willing to try it. But she just starts grubbing on it. I'm like, yo, let me get a piece. I'll try it. She's like, okay. So I got it, dipped it in butter, of course, and tried it. Wasn't bad. That I could eat.
Okay. How'd you hurt your feelings?
And then we resumed eating.
Okay.
She didn't ask me if I liked it or not.
You know why? Because she knew you were going to go back to I don't like it. It was all right, but
She's like, look, I like hot food. I'm just trying to eat. I'm like, but still, this is a big step for me. I want all eyes on me.
You a grown ass. That's probably about the most honest thing you ever said right there. Said that's why. Shit, I want all eyes on me.
So, shrimp toast, chili verde.
Chile verde. Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna count China 8 because that was just a preference. I just choose not to eat it. But again, the fact that I didn't make somebody or myself go get something totally different from what everybody else was eating.
And where's China 8 at?
Right on Date Palm, next to
I've seen it. I can see the sign. It's yellow.
Cardenas Shopping Center.
Oh, okay.
But closer to Ramon.
Okay.
Lobster tail, crab legs.
Okay. Now, there's several different ways to do lobster tail as well. One of the things that like this lady that I used to work with, love her to death, dude. Cool fucking people, bro. She would cook, and when she could, she'd bring me food. Like I'd left you some if you want to try it out. Blah blah blah. She had made some sort of like a shrimp soup, but hot, like a shrimp cocktail. But it was somehow it was a shrimp soup, but it was hot. Oh, cool. We'll try it out. Now, when somebody tells you, "Hey, I made you something with shrimp in it," you barely expect it to have that little hard tail piece on it, right? Nah, man. I heated it up and opened up the fucking thing, and the motherfucker was staring at me. Like all the shrimp and all the long tentacle off the front. I was like, ooh. That still has its head on it. I don't know if I want to touch that. So I had to kind of, muster my strength and pull the head off of it, and which felt really kind of weird doing that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's different. Like doing shit like you're like, okay, I don't like it. That, you know what, I could get with that. Like pulling the head off of the and that's a little much. Even sometimes we get this stuff from this place called Kimki's, and they do like a lobster boil or a shrimp boil. So we get lobster. It's got lobster. It's got potatoes. It's got corn on the cob, and it's got shrimp and sausage. But the shrimp, they only cut the head off. They leave it in the cascara, in the shell. So the rest of the shrimp is still in the shell when they cook it. So when you get it, I see a lot of people just eat it with the shell on.
And they eat the shell as well?
Yeah. And I was like, you're going to fucking cut your insides doing that shit out. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It looks like you have a shrimp shell stuck in your fucking gut. But that is almost, that's like on the edge of being too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you take it out of the shell and just give me the shrimp, I'd probably be a little bit more receptive. However, I would like to go to a real shrimp boil where they give it to you, like the shrimp that I was telling you, like I was saying right. Like what they do is they cook them, and when they throw them on, you pull off the head, you suck the meat out of the head, and then you take it out of the shrimp shell. But that, to me, that's like, well, fuck, dude. Why do I gotta? It takes too long. By the time it comes out of that shrimp boil, that shit should be ready to go. And I still gotta peel it. I still gotta do all that. Man, come on now. So is there anything else that you tried, or that? What about menudo? Would you try that? Did you ever try tamales?
I've tried tamales before, yes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give them another try because after 30 years, maybe with my taste palate changing, maybe I'll like it.
Maybe. All right. Well, I'm gonna wait a year to give you some. I hope my sister doesn't decide to listen to this one. But the tamales weren't. Because she cut the recipe down because she didn't do as many meat ones as we normally do. So when I got there, oh yeah, they're the meat ones, and then they're the ones with chorizo beans and bacon. And even those, bro, like we call those our fucking Mexican protein bars. They're good, but they're so fucking salty, bro. Like your bacon, that's got salt all day long in it already when you cook it. Beans, chorizo, all that shit is high in sodium. It's all salty, bro. Like you eat one and you're like, I need some fucking water. Like, holy shit. So they're a little much. You got to be in the right mood for those. But the ones that the meat ones were like, I was like, God damn, are you guys? Who's worried about fucking vampires this year? Holy shit, dude. So they didn't taste right to me. So next year, hopefully, they'll come out a little bit better, and I'll pass them around next year. But I wasn't comfortable putting my stamp on these this year.
Okay.
It's a lot different from when my mom was here, and she, because she regulated everything, and she used her hands and how she measures. My sister cooks a little bit different, and she's willing to change things for taste that she doesn't have. Like the other day, she was trying to tell me, "Oh, like tartar sauce is like Thousand Islands." What? Those are two totally different fucking tastes. What are you talking about? I said tartar sauce has like fucking dill and horseradish, and so there's none of that shit in fucking in Thousand Islands. You're tripping. Yeah, no. You're tripping. Her palate's very different than ours or normal people's. But some of her food, like she made a stew the other day. She's like, hey, come pick some up on the way home. Like, all right. And that shit was fucking banging, bro. But then there's times where she'll make shit and substitute things, and you're like, missed the mark on that one, pal. Try it again.
My niece's boyfriend Jesse, he made pozole,
Oh, I love pozole.
and they were going out of town. They left Wednesday of last week. And because they were they're out of town for a week, he had like a container left of it.
Okay.
So he's like, "You want it?" I was like, "You know what? I do. I'm gonna try it." He goes, "Because I would just wind up throwing it out because we're gonna be gone for a week."
Right.
And I was like, "Yes, I will try that pozole." I haven't
And
gotten to it yet.
how long has it been?
A week.
Oh, bro, you gotta toss that shit, dude.
Really? It's been in the refrigerator?
You can't do that, dude. After a week? How much longer you gonna wait? Another month? Get that shit. Get rid of that shit. Go buy a fucking $11 fucking container of it somewhere else, dude. That's bullshit.
And that goes back to it's been a long week.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because every day we were going somewhere or doing something. I'll give you a prime example. My son came down and love him to death, brought me my chocolate fudge cake.
Nice.
I didn't get to it until like the Wednesday after Christmas. And he came to Thursday before Christmas.
Oh wow.
That's how busy we've been. And I'm the type of person, certain things have to, the tone has to be played. You know, I have to be on my lazy boy in front of the big screen TV with a big
old glass of milk.
Exactly. And if it's not like that, I don't want to eat it. Because my wife's like, you should at least have some of it. And I was like, no, because I'm going to be rushing it. I'm not going to appreciate it. I'm not going to enjoy it. I want to sit down after a nice meal.
I don't get this that often. I'm gonna
And dude, that whole week was just here, there, and everywhere. I still got one piece left.
And what you waiting on? You have it in the freezer at least?
No.
Fridge?
No. I need that shit moist. Because then the frosting will get, you know what I'm saying?
I know. But better it be than it go bad.
I'll eat it bad.
Wow, look at
That's
you.
what my old lady says, it's going to go bad. I'm like, no, I'll get to it beforehand.
Look at you. You go from now like it to fuck it. I don't care how much mold grow on that shit. I'm having it. Fuck that. That's crazy. What the fuck was I gonna tell you?
You ever heard of these? My nephews were telling me about this yesterday. I'm decent with money, with finances.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm disciplined enough to save and all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
I understand some people aren't.
I'm not.
And not to say that my nephews aren't, but they introduced me to something that I've never heard about that I think is a great idea, and I might actually do it myself just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
You ever heard of the saving envelopes?
Oh yeah.
The 100 envelopes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Fuck. What's this guy's? Dave Ramsey. That's part of what he. That's part of, kind of what he talks about.
No, you might not know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, you put in, you write a certain dollar amount on the envelope, and you put that away, and then you put that whatever's on the envelope, you put that away, and you end up with like $5,000 or
Okay, then
some
you are. There are envelopes numbered 1 through 100,
Okay.
and each envelope, that number, you put that much money in it, and you put it away.
Okay.
1 through 100. So the envelope that says 88, you have to put $88 in it. The envelope that says 3, you put $3 in it. You don't have to do it in order. You don't have to do 1 today, 2 tomorrow. It's just if you have some cash, you have $64 in your pocket, get the envelope that says 64 and put that $64 in there.
Not a bad idea.
And it takes, obviously, it's going to take some time. But yo, you're supposed to save $5,050.
Oh shit! Really?
Dude. And I was like, no shit. That's exactly what I said. I was like, wow, that is a great idea. You know, you take your extra cash.
So shit. If you do 1 through 50, that means that you're gonna save $2,525. No. I'm just trying to make it more realistic.
But bro, I'm like, that's not a bad idea. That is, one of them wants to save for a trip. So that they're doing that.
Right.
And I'm like, holy shit. That is a great idea.
Yeah. Well, then it forces you to look at, okay, well, if I go get a coffee, that's $8. I can put that $8 in the envelope.
Exactly. And if I have another $3 to go with it, I can fill up the $11 envelope.
Yep.
That's dude, $5,000?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I understand the 50 plus envelopes might be a little tough. But still, I mean, you know, you got to be disciplined.
Something to work at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think for somebody like you, it'd be a little bit easier. And I think it's one of those things where, you know, going back to what I learned on those trips to Arizona and to Houston, is to learn to live from a point of abundance as opposed to, oh well, if I put that there, I'm not gonna have this, or I'm not gonna be able to do that. Put it there and watch your money grow exponentially. Let your money work for you. Let it do, because once you put it in an envelope, you don't have it anymore. Now you need to replace it for your daily life or whatever it is, right? So, it would definitely be, and you start doing that shit, and you really start to see, okay, well, if I don't do this today, if I don't go out and buy lunch, then I can put that money away. You know what I mean? If I don't do it for all week, I could fill that $100 slot.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And get it out of the way.
Right. So you're like, okay. So then you start to see where you spend your money. And I think it's a great way to help you focus on that and harness your spending that way. Because I talk about it too, like me and the dude I work with, like, damn, dude, we come and we'll go and we'll get coffee in the morning with, you know, call it $10 because you get coffee and you get you a pastry that's easily $10. And then you go out for lunch, and now if you go through a quick drive-through, like drive for a burrito and a large Coke, like that's almost $20. So now you're at $30 for the day.
Yeah.
And then you come home and it's late, and the kids want to eat. So okay, well, you know, I'll give you 20. Now you're at $50 for the day. And you go through, you know, you do that 3-4 times a week. That's $100. That's $100 a week that you're spending, and you have food at home. You know what I mean? Because it's just so much. Yeah, just fucking order. Just do this. Just do that. Just fucking don't worry about it. Just order. We'll worry about it later.
Back to this long week. You know, my mom cooked.
Right.
Some of the times I cooked, like that Saturday I made carne asada and chicken. But it was more of, you know, my wife even said, "You sick of eating out?" I was like, yeah. I just want to sit home, grab one of our rice-a-roni and deep fry a couple of frozen burritos and because that's like one of our staples. It's
Right.
like, and just sit there and watch the news. Come home from work and just be able to just sit there and watch it. I mean, it was a long week, kid, for me.
Wow.
Very long. And my brother, I know that for a fact because he didn't want to go out New Year's Eve because he was like, man, it's been a long week. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'm not even going out for New Year's. And I was like, I know exactly where you're coming from.
Well, that was like I was off from Christmas Day. I was off from Christmas Eve till Thursday.
Damn. You was on vacation.
I was. It was nice too. Let me tell you. And usually, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna make us a nice breakfast. I'll make bacon. I'll make eggs, and I'll make, blah blah blah. I'll make sausage and gravy, and I'll make biscuits, and I'll blah blah blah. Bro, I had one day. That whole week, I had one day I cooked breakfast. This last, I was off. That Sunday, Monday, and today. I go back to work tomorrow, so another 3 days. I didn't get to make breakfast. Yesterday, the day before, I was with my brother. They made breakfast, or the day before, I didn't even eat breakfast. On the 1st. Yeah, because that's when we went up to, what do you call it? I didn't eat till we got to go do lunch. So I didn't eat then. I didn't make breakfast at home today. I was going to make breakfast. And right as I was getting out of bed, man, he called, hey, I'm going to be in town. You were, yeah, okay. So I went and had IHOP breakfast.
You went to IHOP?
Yeah.
I ain't been to IHOP in a minute.
Yeah, it was delicious.
What'd you have?
I usually get their breakfast sampler. I don't vary off too far from that. 2 eggs, two sausage, 2 bacon.
How do you get your eggs?
Over medium.
Nice.
You?
I get them over medium now.
Yeah?
I never knew it was a thing.
What you mean you didn't know it was a thing?
I always just thought it was over easy.
Oh, no, over easy. It's just yellow and the white's still a little runny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, I mean, that's how my mom was. Well, I shouldn't say that. My mom always made it right growing up.
Right.
Over medium, if you will.
Right.
But you go to a restaurant, it was always over easy. And then one day, dude, I'm talking 7 years ago, we were at breakfast with my niece. And she says, I'll take them over medium. I was like, what is that? She's, they cook it a little longer than over easy because it's still runny, but it's, I was like, well, that's how I like them. And she's
then order them that way.
Yeah, and I was like, I never knew that was a thing.
Oh, wow. Now, my dad likes eggs or used to like eggs like that, like fried like that. But he would, when he went to a restaurant, he would only order them scrambled because they would leave the white too runny, and he couldn't eat it like that. It would gross him out. And even when he ordered the eggs, the scrambled, I want them dry. You just wait till they have that little brown shit on there when it cooked well. And then, crazy.
My buddy James likes them over hard. That's just nasty.
Yeah,
There's no liquid at all in them.
Yeah, they're dry as shit, right?
Yeah, it's like, damn, why don't you just get them scrambled?
I found it really hard to get at a Mexican restaurant for them to get them over medium. They usually come over hard, like there's no runniness to them at all. Like, hey, where'd the yolk go? But if I had to choose a meal, like that I could only make all day long, like that I had to live, I'd do breakfast. Eggs and potatoes, I could do that all day long. Every day, I could do that every day. Breakfast and dinner.
Ugh.
All day long. Don't catch my fart, though, because that shit will fuck you up. That shit will fuck you up. But I could eat that every day and not have a problem with it at all.
They're opening up a Denny's over there by my house, and I'm looking forward to it.
Really?
Again, it's the power of
the commercials, right?
The commercial, the
marketing,
the visual. Again, Burger King.
Yeah.
It was nasty, but I just had to have it because of those commercials.
Where are they going to put it at?
Date Palm and Landau. There's a Stater Brothers up there.
Oh, okay.
I
always forget their shit further that way.
It's almost done too.
Wow.
I ain't been to Denny's in a minute.
Yeah, I think the last time I went was right before I found out I was lactose intolerant, and I had motherfucking Moons over Miami, which I don't know if you know what that is, but boy, that sure do have a lot of cheese in it for somebody that's lactose intolerant.
When we used to go out back in our 20s, go to clubs and stuff, and then we go to Denny's after. You go to Denny's at 2, 3 in the morning.
Right.
I've said this before. I'm not a breakfast person. So my go-to at Denny's was the Super Bird. It's a sandwich. It's almost like a club sandwich.
Right.
I ain't had that, dude. I ain't been to Denny's in probably over 10 years.
Wow. Yeah. It was quite a while for me too. Denny's is definitely one of those places where it wasn't. You didn't go there for aesthetics or because it was delicious. You went there because it was the only thing open.
Yeah, exactly.
And you need something greasy.
One of the last times I went to Denny's, it was at night. Not like 2. It was like 7 o'clock at night. We went there to grab a bite to eat.
Right.
With my friends. I was with somebody who worked at a pool supply store. Okay.
Okay.
And so we walk in, and it was the Denny's on Indian, off the freeway.
Okay.
And so we walk in, and there's not a lot of people in there. And I saw another pool guy that I know. I know him, and we were kind of cool. We saw his wife there with another dude. And, I mean, it's one of those things, they were sitting on the same side of the booth, Wow. And initially I was like, is that her? And so when I sat down, me and the guy I went with, we locked eyes. And saying, yo, you see, yeah. So
you see what I
exactly. See? So when we were leaving, he's like, "Are you gonna tell him?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not getting involved." He's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I should either." I said, "He's the type of dude that might wind up killing somebody, out of jealousy." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Yo, I'm not getting involved." So fast forward 6 months, maybe a year. I run into that dude, the pool guy that his wife was there. And we were cool enough to say, "Hey, what's going on? How you been?" Da da da. He comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, Pacheco." I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "How come you never told me you saw my wife with another man at Denny's?" And I was like, "How?" I asked him. I said, "How did you know?" But there's only one other person that knows, so I know he had to get it from him.
Right.
He goes, "Such and such told me." And I was like, bro, I didn't want to get involved. Hey, that's your business. I'm not trying to get in your business. I said, yeah, I don't know, bro. He's like, man, because they were going through problems, of course.
Oh, okay.
And he said, they worked everything out and everything's all right. But, dude, that was just the worst. I couldn't believe I was in that position.
Yeah, but that right there, that's the whole... Because had you told him and been in the middle of all that shit, that conversation would have been totally different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it'd be like... Because then he'd blame you for half the problems they were having. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't, that close with the dude. We knew each other. But I don't think I was close enough for him to put blame on me or anything. I think I was close enough to him for him to say, "Thanks, bro. I appreciate you letting me know."
Right.
But again, it's one of those, he's not from this country originally.
Okay.
So he's real macho type to where, he might kill the dude and just go back home type deal.
He must be Canadian.
But I was like, yeah, I'm not saying nothing. It's none of my business.
Jesus Christ.
But then when he hit me up, how come he never told me? I was like, oh, man, I ain't trying to get involved.
Fuck.
Thought we were friends. I'm like, we are friends. That's why I didn't tell you. Saved you from going to jail.
So would you do it different now? Let's say you saw one of our friends that, you walk in somewhere and she got her back to you, but she's clearly at lunch with somebody that's not our friend, and she's having a real friendly conversation with whoever she with?
Um, that's a good question, man. I don't know.
Would you
Again, I'm not
rat?
trying to get
Would you
involved.
drop dime or would you bounce?
I think if the dude was more my friend than she was, I probably would. Um, I don't know, man. That's tough. Cause you talk about breaking up families. I mean, this ain't high school.
Right.
You could just break up with them and she cheated on you, and I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And then you know what happened between them, type deal. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I've seen your old lady with somebody else. I don't know. That's a tough one. If you saw my old lady with somebody else, you tell me?
No. No, what I would do is
It's because it's just so hard to believe, right?
I absolutely. Why would she do that? Like, you wouldn't believe me if I called you and told you that shit. Not my wife. Yeah, you're right. Not her. My bad. I'd be like, hey, why don't you come and join me for lunch right now? You really need to stop what you're doing and come and eat, fool. Nah, Tony, listen to me. I'd never call you to come to lunch, right? No. Okay, so when I tell you really need to stop what you're doing and come and have lunch, you coming, right? No, I can't. Tony, listen. Listen again. Let me ask you these questions real slow. I don't think I'd tell you. I'd probably, at this age, yeah, I'd probably tell you. Had it been 10 years ago, I probably would have confronted her and the person that she was with for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have dealt with it right then and there, and then you would deal with your old lady when you get home. I think that's what I would do. I think I'd walk up to the table and tell her, hey, you know what? It's probably a good idea for you to get up and get the fuck on. And I'm going to give you a 10-minute head start before I call them. You need to get the fuck home and explain to them what the fuck is going on. And handle it that way. The problem with that, though, is she'd be like, hey, your friend made a pass at me, and she, you know what I mean? Like, They might try to play it out that way. So, again, that's, how do you know what the right move is?
Yeah,
You would have to be somebody like I would have to know that if I called you to tell you that shit, that I would have to know without a shadow of a doubt that you would believe that what I'm telling you is what I'm telling you and it's real.
Well, I mean, nowadays you got a phone. Take a picture of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because at this point in time,
fuck, I don't even got to tell you. I just take a picture of it and send it to you. Thought you should know. Have a nice lunch.
I mean, it would have been awkward to have taken a picture of her with this dude. But at this time, sending pictures through text wasn't like a thing.
Right.
I don't even think it was a thing at that point in time. Real awkward.
That's very awkward, dude. Yeah, I'd probably mind my own business.
I mean, the crew we have now, people we hang out with, we went to a club, and one of the girls, her husband wasn't there, and he didn't come with us. I think he was working. And in the club, she was talking to another dude that matched the way her husband looked.
Oh, shit.
So it was like, I mean, I knew she wasn't doing anything.
Right.
But it was still like, yo, what's going on? So I made it a point to like stand behind the dude she was talking to and be like, I'm looking at you talking to this dude, so just know that. Joking around but serious at the same time.
Right.
Type deal.
Just know it's going to get back to him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm making it obvious that I'm going to tell him, so I don't know if you need to cut it short or that's his cousin.
Or if you need to leave. But just know if you leave, fuck, that's crazy. There's just so, like, there's just, when it comes to people's relationships, you can't trust what you think you know. Does that make sense? In the fact that, like, what I mean by that is you can't trust a dude enough that you can call him and he's gonna believe you. First. Second, that he's gonna be thankful that you call him and tell him. He may
Well, yeah,
be
shit gets awkward between the two of you,
right
especially.
if he's a punk.
Well, especially if they work it out.
Yeah, because now not only was it about the now it's you're losing friends too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because, obviously, if that's your boy, she ain't going to like you no more. For sure.
We're not gonna go hang out with him. He tried to break us up. He don't like me now, right? We can't go there. I don't care if it is his annual Christmas walk. He could walk with all his other friends.
Yeah, that's a tricky
Good thing
one.
none of our friends' wives talk like that. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I wouldn't like. Who would you be afraid to tell out of the group though? Would Rob be the one that you'd be like, yeah, I can't tell him. He gonna kill everybody.
I think a lot of it has to do with age. Now
Yeah.
that I don't think the extreme would be taken. Like, again, this was 15 years ago that I saw this dude's wife.
Yeah, okay.
So, 15 years ago with 35.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That plays a big part in it. Now, if I saw that dude's wife with somebody else, I'd probably tell him because, he's older now.
Right.
That dude. Now, our friends, I think, I think Rob would probably take it the worst and do the most, but I don't think he'd take it to the extreme of, let's say, killing somebody. Yeah, we're getting a little too serious right now.
Who do you think would be the worst at it though? You think it would be Rob?
I'd probably.
I don't know.
Who do you think?
I don't know. I almost want to say that it would be Champ.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think that there's a lot of pride involved in it. You know what I mean? And I think because he's younger than all of us, and don't take this the wrong way, Champ. So, because I think even at his age, like if that were me, like the embarrassment of that happening would overrun his mind, like override what's going on. But then again, I mean, he's a pretty smart guy. Like he doesn't seem like the fly off the handle kind of guy. But I've never seen him deal with an emotional thing like that. But I would assume that because he's got younger kids than all of us, that he would be like, fuck that. Ain't nobody raising my kids. You know what I mean? But me. And, work accordingly.
You ever been cheated on?
Why you gotta, what does that matter?
Oh, when you were younger.
Yeah.
What's the first time?
What's the first sign?
When was the first time? Like, I'm talking so I can get a gauge on age.
I was probably around 23, 24. No, it was before that. I was probably right around 22. 21, 22. I made a big fucking scandal, bro. I seen, she was,
See, at that age, you're bulletproof.
fuck yeah, bro. I didn't give a shit. She was supposed to be working, but she was on lunch. And I saw her driving down the street. She had some dude with her in her car.
Damn.
So I was like, right in the middle of fucking traffic. I had the yellow car. Everybody saw it. They weren't going to hit me, right? And she saw me, so she flipped back around and went to her work. So she was out with some dude that she works with. So I pulled right up, pulled the e-brake, jumped out the car, and what up? Come on, whoa, 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 like loud, dude. Like I was like, and apparently the guy was supposed to have been hooked up with people down in Coachella or something, and well, fuck, I didn't give a shit. I had family down there too. Like what? You know what I mean? Like nothing you're gonna tell me gonna back. Like my head was so like was pounding on the inside so much with anger that nobody was gonna get in my ear about anything. You know what I mean? And so I was calling them out right there at her work, and her boss came out and she's like, "You need to leave. You're gonna get me fucking fired, and then this is really gonna go blah blah blah." And so I ended up leaving, but I chased him down to work, bro.
I got married when I was 25, I think, 25 or 26. We've been dating obviously since high school, but this definitely happened after I was 21. So in 4 years now. When I say my wife and I have been together since high school, we've broken up, of course, here and there a few times.
Right.
So it was one of those times when we were broken up.
Oh, she pulled the old Ross card out. She was like, you guys were on a break.
My uncle Domingo and we were driving down 111 in Ranch Mirage. You know where the Elephant Car Wash is?
Yeah.
There's that park behind there. So this is during the day, and she used to always drive her sister's car, which was a Honda Prelude at the time. And it was distinctive,
Right.
There weren't a lot of them out on the road. And so we're driving down 111, and I saw her with another dude.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, what the... you just see red, the whole nine. So, dude, I flipped the bitch right there on 111. And my uncle was like, what's going on? I was like, that was Hillary right there. This was another dude. And so, like, I'm gunning it, following her. And he's, like, he starts, like, kind of freaking out because I'm driving erratic and, high speed, the whole nine. And he's trying to calm me down. And he always tells me this. I just looked at him and yelled. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And he was like, shit, I'm shutting up. He just sat there in the car. So we pulled into the park, and she was actually there with her family. And, of course, she was with this dude. I don't know any kids know this story. So I come pulling up, like, what the fuck's going on? So she walks to me, trying to get keep me away, and I don't remember exactly how it ended. Obviously, I left, and obviously she was with the dude at the time. But I just remember, because I started scaring the shit out of my uncle because I just saw red, bulletproof. I just saw red. Flying down 111, trying to catch her.
That's fucking hilarious. So was she going there to hang out with her family, or did she know her family was there and saw you running up behind her and said, I need to get somewhere where my family's at?
No, that's where she was.
Ninja crazy.
That's where she was going.
Oh,
They were
okay.
hanging out at the park.
Damn, dog. So you broke up and she took another dude to go meet her family? That quick?
I know, right?
The fuck?
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna have a talking to when I get home today.
Mm-hmm. Better have that glass of milk and that chocolate cake ready. You're gonna need it to calm his ass down.
It's funny, some of the stories that she tells me about, like when we were in high school dating, that I don't really remember. Like, for example, we saw a couple once walking, like a younger couple. And, like, he had his arm around her, her shoulder, like, around her neck.
Right.
And they're, like, really close. And she goes, that's how you used to walk with me in high school. I was like, really? Yeah. She was like, yeah. And I'm like, damn, I don't really remember that.
That's funny. I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing you do that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not doubting it. But, I mean, because it's like, it's high school shit, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
That was, we call that the mine grip.
What do you mean?
Because you were gripping her saying, that's mine. That's mine. Don't worry about it. It's mine. It's mine.
Yeah.
The mine grip. That's hilarious. All right. Do you have any final words, any shout outs today?
No birthdays. Man, dude, January's a slow month.
Really?
Yeah. But I just want to give a shout out to listener Raymond.
Okay.
His mom retired from the school district.
Oh wow.
So congratulations, Susanna. No more worky.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I would like to retire, and as much as I know I will eventually, I just can't see myself doing it.
How much longer do you think you really have to like? Your dog. She's halfway out. Where are you at? Like,
I to, honestly, to me, I'm working until I physically can't anymore. But that's not my wife's idea. That's not her plan. Which is great,
right.
and we're doing everything to be able to do that. But I just can't see myself hanging it up.
Right.
I can't picture today at all.
Wow.
I don't know anything else.
That's it, huh? Work till you can't work no more.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. But yeah, she got other plans.
Well, good. Follow her with her plans. They've done good so far. You just keep doing what she tells you. You'll be all right.
You looking forward to retiring?
Fuck, I got nothing to retire on. I'm good.
Well, eventually you're gonna have to stop working.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I don't know. Part of me is like, I could retire now. Like, I would like to.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Who wouldn't, right?
yeah.
But I probably have a good, I don't know, 10, 15 years left maybe to work. So I got that amount of time to save enough money to live for, well, once you retire, you got a good, 5 years? Just kidding. Yeah, bro. Just, I don't know. I'll know when it's time. I'm not ready yet. And then, I'll have to do things a little bit different. Milo or Sebastian's going to be moving here in May.
Moving here? He is here.
No. He's moving in May. He's going to move to Utah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's going Mormon?
I guess somewhere around there.
Utah.
Yeah. He's got a friend that's living up there, and he's made arrangements to go live with her. Nah, it's not like that. There'd be a two. That's what I said. I was like, oh, whatever, dude. Go live your life. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's your next step. I've taught you as much as I can. At this point, you got to go out and what you don't know, you're gonna have to learn on your own. Fucking YouTube's there. I'm a phone call away. Other than that, you should be ready. You know what I mean? And so yeah, he's gonna move up there and go live with this chick. Which would be good for him. He needs to go. Like, it'll be really weird. Like, he's been here since 2016. When I bought the house, he moved in like the following month, so he'll have 6 years with me. I was telling Ivan the other day when we were there for New Year's, it was like this. We've been hanging out again for like 3 years now.
Who?
Us.
You and I?
Yeah. This was like our third New Year's party.
Oh.
It should have been 4, but I missed one. So we've been hanging out for 4 years now.
Really?
Yeah. Because I missed the one. Was it at Champ's place?
Yes. That was last year.
Okay, so because I was sick, but then we had
No, that was the year before.
Right. Because last year was Apocalypto, and then one before that. So yeah, 4 years.
Wow.
But it was right before that because we did. What month is your birthday?
February. Actually, it's been 3 years because you came to my 50th. That little surprise thing my wife did, and I'm fit.
Oh, so February. So it'll be.
I'm only 52. I'll be 53.
I thought you were 53.
I was born in 71.
Oh, okay. All right.
But just out of curiosity, what brought that conversation up?
Because we were sitting there in the backyard, and right after New Year's, and everybody gave each other a hug, and I was like, "Damn, dog," I said, "I think this is either year 3 or 4 that we've been hanging out." I said, "That's a trip." So I didn't realize that we've been, together as a group for that long. It was kind of weird. I know you're thinking to yourself, "Fuck, really that long?" What was I thinking? All right. Well, hey, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Appreciate you checking us out, and we'll be back next week. Love you guys. Bye.